And what's up? It's your girl Ashley with Two Girls and Opinion, our very first episode with my girl, my sister, Melina.
That's me.
In the building.
Hey, y'all.
This is actually really, let me break it down. It's really our second video. Had some trouble with the first one, but we back and we better and we stronger. You know what I'm saying?
2025.
That might end up being a blooper reel or something like that. But we here.
And we had some good things
We
to
did.
say.
We had some good opinions on that one. So we're gonna have to find a way to get that somehow in the episode. Load that up.
Mm-hmm.
So how you been?
Good.
That's good.
It's been a great year so far.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Personally, I can say for me it's been a good year, but it's just been a lot going on that's just been trying my spirit, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but that happened last year, so
Yeah.
you know, it's par for the course.
Nonetheless, we're gonna go over a few topics that, we've been talking about personally, so we want to have the discussion with everybody. So get our opinion. That's what we came here for. That's what y'all here for, our opinion on the subject. So we want to start off with y'all morning TikTok. In the TikTok ban. Well, I think it's back up and running now, but
It was a sad 8 hours. Oh,
the
it was
funeral
a sad 8 hours.
services that they put on and the goodbyes that they put on. But it's just been a lot of controversy with that. I think the main thing that I've been hearing that, was all a lie. Insert Carly Red meme here, it's all a lie. It was all something Trump planned so he could be victorious and say, I wouldn't do this to the people when originally he wanted it banned.
Originally.
Originally.
He didn't want nobody talking bad about him.
Which I think that's a lot of the reasons that everybody thought that it was getting canceled. And I think that's initially why they wanted it canceled, that, it was just the exchange of information and all of that. But
The part I don't understand about that is all of these apps have our information.
yeah, if you
All
order
of them.
something off of Shein
And
or
aren't they from China?
Yeah.
Shein and what's the other one?
Temu.
Temu. They're from China, so I'm imagining it's the same information.
Yeah.
It's still your banking, it's all your information. So I don't know what the difference is with TikTok, but word on the street is what America got 50% of it now.
Yeah,
Of TikTok,
allegedly,
of the revenue.
of the revenue.
That's what
It
I
has to be
heard.
some
I don't
type of
know.
deal worked out, but for the most part, content creators have been making a lot of money off of TikTok, and I think that's what's disturbed a lot of the feathers publicly. Not so much politically, but publicly, I think people are upset personally that I think that these content creators are able to make a little coin off of it, and they've been able to, for the most part, you seen how they was crying. Those was real tears. A lot of them was like they quit their job to do this, and I don't like the whole concept of people kind of hating on them making a living off of TikTok. Like, what's wrong with that?
People are jealous. It's really, people are really jealous that they have to get up and go to work. And I get up and go to work.
But I think
And I get up and go to work.
Yeah,
Why are you upset that
right.
these people have found their little niche to get them some money?
And everything is a job at the end of the day, even if you are a content creator, it's work into that. You know what I'm saying?
They say you're supposed to find a career that you like doing.
Yeah.
That's what they say. When
They
you're
just
looking
mad
for-
because the intent was for them to be bred to work.
Yeah.
So
Because when they fire you and lay you off, they don't care. They just
No.
walk over your dead body and
whether
replace
you like the job or not, they do not care. So yeah, and I think who was the celebrity? Queen Naja. She tweeted earlier just some stuff about like did y'all wake up and pray before y'all check to see if TikTok, and she's been one that's been kind of vocal on, it being more back to based on y'all focusing on the celebrities and their things. When she got her start on social media, wouldn't nobody know about her if it wasn't for social media. And not only that,
Did you pray before you did that post? While you sitting there posting?
See, that's the part that kills me. And another thing that people are upset about is that they didn't have to do all the diddy things of it all to make a coin. They don't have to go through all these gatekeepers to be able to
get their content
yeah,
out.
get their content out and kind of make a name for themselves and make money, make revenue. So that's why they're hating. And then a lot of the time when celebrities do make TikToks and everything, people aren't interested. I think when people go to TikTok, it's to see normal people like you and me that are doing day-to-day things, and for the most part, people have been using TikTok like they on Google. Google was about to be out the way, because if you need to know something, people are pulling up TikTok.
Yeah. And that's what I guess that goes back to what Queen Naja is saying. It's regular people that's getting more shine and getting all these endorsements.
Exactly.
And it's not the celebrities anymore.
It's not the celebrities.
Or as much. So it's a bit of a divide there, I guess, with them. But that don't have nothing to do with us.
When you got content creators just literally they day-to-day lives and they making millions of dollars, and you got celebs that is struggling. We're going to talk about it later. They got to do performances and everything for a coin. You know what I'm saying? It's come to
That's
that.
What they chose to do.
That's what they chose. That's their career. Everybody, like that. Times is hard. Girl. If you got to get a coin, you got to get a coin, and how you get it is how you live.
I wish I could sing. Girl, I'd be singing, good morning.
Okay. You ain't lying. Yep. I'll take the gig. But yeah, so it's back. We'll see what happens with TikTok. I mean, Trump is about to be inaugurated. It's about to be a whole...
I'm celebrating Martin Luther King Day, so that's what I do every year.
He just said that on he plans to release what really happened with Martin Luther King and JFK. That's what he plans to do on Martin Luther MLK Day. So... might talk about that next time.
I'm not. I'm not. We already know what happened. So with them releasing it, we already know what happened.
There's so much other stuff that can be done. Like I'd rather these groceries be a little bit lower.
Child.
That's just the thing that I want. But who am I? I just am a foundational Black American.
To upset my spirit.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Travesty is happening right before the inauguration with the California wildfires. And
it's been going on weeks.
Been going on for a while, and it's just some of it that they've been saying it's been man-made and
arson-esque.
Yeah, some of them, California's been known for their wildfires, and I think they've had a dry season. The affected areas. What was you gonna say? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say with the fires and I know they've had them, but this is really devastating on a larger scale. Just I guess as many homes and many communities, mainly the Black community that was a little, kind of affluent. And it's a lot. It's a lot,
and that's what I was gonna get into. Actually, the Altadena area in it, which Pasadena. So Altadena, Pasadena. Altadena is populated mostly by Black and Mexican people. Many of the homes go back generations and have been passed down for decades from parents to their kids. Some of the areas in Altadena were rare places where Black residents could afford homes, especially after segregation. Will they rebuild? I think from the most part in the Altadena area, they all said they're rebuilding. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of old money, I think you would say. Like, just houses that have been passed down. Like, one lady was saying, like, I plan to give this house to my kid. Like, my grandmother gave me this house, and her mom, you know what I'm saying? They were able to get this house because they were kicked out of the Pasadena area.
What now, we Altadena, all strive to do. That's what...
That
the
was
American dream,
which we've kind of had to refigure that in. You know what I'm saying? That's been kind of reconstrued to fit how we live now, because the American dream to which y'all sold us was a lie. It was all a lie.
A bald-headed lie.
But anywho, Altadena sits higher than Pasadena. So Altadena's up here, Pasadena's down here. Pasadena is mostly devastated. A lot of that is devastated, but I think a lot of people in Pasadena will not rebuild for the simple fact they have the money to kind of uproot themselves and start all over someplace else. And a lot of the people there, they have young children. It was a lot of older people in Pasadena, but there's a lot of families there, like those picturesque things you see in movies. That was the Pasadena area.
I would call that more upper middle class.
Yeah, definitely. So it's just like those kids, they need to grow up in the area. They have to go to school. They have to continue life. Like people have to get back to a regular life ASAP. They got small kids.
Wait, not to cut you off, but did you see when that lady ran up on Gavin Newsom?
Yes, I did. Yes, talking about some. Can you get him on the line now?
He on the phone with the president. Put him on speaker.
Can you put him on speaker?
I hold.
I feel her, but girl.
Miss
mind you, if I had ran up there talking about my kid, they'd have knocked me right in my damn
service, the out loud service.
Child, a drone would have came and shot something on top of my head.
I put him on speaker.
Put him on speaker, like, girl, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, no, he didn't get him on the line for you, sister. It didn't happen that day, but. The Pasadena area, I think a lot of those people are probably gonna move. So then you have on the lower level that didn't get affected, like the Brentwood area, your I guess Baldwin Hills. I'm not sure if that got affected, but that's another black affluent area, the Baldwin Hills area. I think a lot of people will uproot and probably move to those areas for now. I don't think a lot of them people in the Pasadena area are gonna rebuild because the fire was so widespread there. It's like those people aren't going to go for having their house built and then just burnt stuff all around them, like just rubble around them.
So you think they're going to kind of, move in?
I don't know.
That's redevelopment?
That's the thing.
They had school districts there.
Yeah. I don't know what that's the thing that I'm wondering. What exactly are they going to do with that area?
Girl,
I know Altadena, them people are, I'm not worried about. Yeah, they're going to hold, so they're going to keep their
getting offers
for
their
property.
So I was watching, this is on topic, but a little off of our sheet there, but I was watching Bill Maher. And I can't remember, it was the guy that ran against, I'm assuming, the current mayor of LA. What's the black lady name? Whatever, not Karen, whatever. Anywho, so he lives in the area of where the fires didn't happen, but they were able to kind of subside and do something for their neighborhood because they have private firefighters. Karen Bass. So,
she's the mayor of LA, not Pasadena.
It's the same. Whatever she's the part of the. She was responsible for
Pasadena
that area.
have their own private fire department, or do they have LA?
They have LA water source because that's why they're blaming her basically. Or they're blaming the governor as well, but they're blaming her for the water supply. So, but anywho, the guy that ran against her, he was basically saying that their neighborhood has their own fire department. That's why they weren't hit. They were able to kind of prepare and do the water down and make sure they had water. Everything was functioning in their area. And I was like, and somebody made the comment like, everybody don't have access to a private fire department.
Well, according to Google, Victor Gordo is the mayor of Pasadena. That's what I'm saying.
So then maybe they're blaming the governor for that area.
No, I seen the tweets like Chloe was blaming.
Karen. Bass. So I don't want. That's why I don't live in the area.
Right.
So I don't know the politics of it.
Right. I don't know what she has to do with anything of it. You know what I mean?
Right. But my thing is, certain neighborhoods have private fire.
Yeah, they all do. They had a reservoir up there that was not full at the time,
and it wasn't working.
They planned on doing construction, but wasn't no construction site or anything to the effect.
They were still in the fire hydrants. They were selling it for metal. They were never replaced. It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on.
That's what I'm saying, and
it was a lot going on.
That's what's going to be interesting to see what exactly is going to happen to that area because everything happens for something happens is going to happen from this. You know what I'm saying? life goes on, you know what I'm saying? Pasadena's going to go on. It's not like it's just going to be no more Pasadena.
Right. But they knew that it was potentially able to blow up like that. It was so dry. I mean, it was inevitable almost.
Right. So many people had already.
Yeah, but the thing, what the people are saying, why wasn't it enough resources to get it out put it out? And I don't know how you combat that. I don't live there. We deal with hurricanes and things like that over here, so I don't know. But I'm just saying what's in the news and what we see, and I would rather get my information from the people that live there.
Right, absolutely. So if you do live in the area, drop down in the comments. Let us know what's going on, because I'm most confused on the political end of it.
And how these people gonna rebuild in
how
Altadena.
these people how the people in Altadena are gonna rebuild. Like I think I forget the lady that did the interview with Funky Dineva, but she was pretty much saying how
it's really they're going back to the roots of community. That's really how they're approaching the situation right now. They're just going back to the roots of everybody helping everybody. So if y'all got some word on what's going on, let me know, because I am so interested. And I don't want to see what's going on TV. I want to actually hear from the
people on the ground. Yeah. So moving on from that,
sending our thoughts and prayers.
To everyone.
It's really been heavy on my heart.
Yes, really has been. So moving on from that, Snoop, Rick Ross, Soulja Boy, and Nelly. All are getting dragged in dog walk, baby. Don't even worry about it. The internet is handling them. If you had a problem with what they did, they're getting dragged in dog walk for performing at the crypto ball in celebration of President-elect Donald Trump. So they recently just did their
president yet. We got a few more hours.
Well,
we got a few more hours.
That's why I said President-elect. You know what I mean? So my only thing with Snoop Dogg and that whole thing, do what you got to do, get a coin. Snoop Dogg, you don't care if this is your last performance.
Do he need a coin though?
Of course he don't need. None of them need a coin like the regular day-to-day people need a coin. But
Nelly need a coin.
Yeah, he may need a coin.
Yeah, he need a coin.
But I mean, if somebody said this would be the last time you can ever perform ever as an artist, and they paid you, how much do you think they got paid to do this?
Well, Nelly said he didn't get paid. That's what he said.
So he did it for his volunteer work?
He said that he is honored for the house of the Lord or the president of the Lord or something. He didn't really say that. I'm
something to the effect.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like in my ear when he said.
Well, this is what Snoop had to say first about it. When this is the first inauguration.
Was that 2017?
Yeah, 16, I believe. Something.
17.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast one of you Uncle Tom for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first? I suppose the one that performs for himself.
Fast forward, insert tap dancing meme here.
And then
that's my whole 2025. Like, stand on what it is, and that's really been my problem, to kind of shift gears. And I've said this for a while with even the whole Democratic Party, really. Nobody's standing on business. That's why I know when Republicans get in office, everything is going to fall apart, because it's like everything is running amok politically. Like that whole thing, once he's in office, there's going to be so much infighting within the Republican Party.
They already been infighting.
Exactly. It's already started. So it's just going to get messier and messier. And the Democrats, they on some kumbaya, like the whole thing with Michelle not showing up to the inauguration. And I just hate the whole, we got to be the bigger people. Like that just...
No, we don't.
I'm not.
Ain't nobody... Look. And what upsets me, so... Oh, girl. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yikes.
She said power off.
She's
So
over
what
it.
upsets me about this Snoop, I would be able to respect it if he stood on it a little bit. If he stood on Snoop, because I know he be high and everything. So I'm like, okay.
Like how he like that Drake pose.
There you go. So maybe even though it was shady or whatever the case may be, just be like, look, I was high and I forgot I had said that back in 2017.
Very logical.
He gave me a check and I just went on.
I got a grandbaby on the way, and that's all. I get.
My baby's sick. She got this little immune disease and everything.
And she's pregnant. She got a baby on the way.
Yes, he got to.
And he just gave her
bills. He got to, you know what I'm saying, make sure everything is okay.
I think that's the least of their
So whatever the case may be, maybe that's what I would rather him say instead of just going ahead and doing it like we just don't remember that you said them people's going to be shucking and jiving and cooning and carrying on and tap dancing. You going to talk shit, but then here we are. Here we are in 2025. And we got to deal with this foolishness. So Snoop,
and Soldier just
I would respect it a little bit more. Right. Just be like, look, I was high and I was just like, whatever.
Right. And Soldier just simply cussed us out.
Obama ain't never put no money in my pockets, nigga.
What bum?
He said Obama ain't never put no money in my pockets. Obama, let me translate.
Trump put money in my pockets.
He's showing the money. I guess Trump paid him in cash in the parking lot. Like Phaedra got that money in the parking lot. They said she was getting her lawyer. The people was paying her in the parking lot for her lawyers. Get it how you live.
Why is he cussing us out when ain't nobody said nothing to him?
So he just simply cussed us the fuck out. At the end of the day, nobody cares that y'all perform. The only thing with me with Snoop is,
sir, you really the one I was mad about.
Yeah, and Nelly, you talking about you didn't get paid. You a lie. You a lie.
Really
It went to what, the Nelly Foundation and not Nelly Haynes, whatever his last name, Nelly Furtado, whatever your name is. Child, nobody cares. We ain't even talking about Rick Ross. We don't care.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Right.
He took this Ozempic and everything.
He took Ozempic. He lost weight.
Well, I don't know. Well, they said that he took Ozempic. Well, his stomach shrunk, but it's still hangy.
Right, like the skin.
Yeah, it's still like, you know, Anywho.
Yeah.
They can do what they want to do with
their lives. It's
but
no
we
problem.
don't got to fool with them, y'all. We do have power. Let me just say this. They try to act like, well, let's just go along, like forget it, like we done lost. We don't have the option really to let these people keep doing what they doing. We do have power, just so you know.
Absolutely. And we talk even when talking about the TikTok and the creators there, the fact that they've been able to monetize their life, just their regular life, getting up doing the same thing, that lets you know, like, people aren't even concerned. I think we're moving towards a day and age where people are moving away from celebrities and more towards real things. Is come to find out,
sick of them.
All these celebrities is full of shit. We knew that, but it's like, that's another reason why to get TikTok. When you have all these people communicating about things at a fast level, if I'm able to communicate with somebody in LA real quick, a story, they you know they love to do a 32 and 64 part series.
And we watch it.
Every 64 part. Girl, I'm on 32, got 30. Gets me through a full day.
YouTube.
Child, okay, I gotta break that. I need somebody to break it down. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. People like the fact it was the fast way of being able to communicate, and stories was getting out and people's getting locked up, more lawsuits are coming. A lot of them are frivolous, but a lot of them are legitimate.
Yeah. Also, to think about it, if TikTok was not willing to sell America their portion of TikTok or whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden they're negotiating and willing to do it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do I need?
No, go ahead.
And willing to do it, you got to think. TikTok was probably so dry for 8 hours. TikTok was probably so dry for 8 hours. They was willing to give up 50%.
Yeah.
Who is on there giving all the tea on TikTok, and who do people really follow, and who sets the bar for all the social media? It's us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Us.
Pretty much.
So
we're the consumer.
Like,
we're
if we
the
just
consumer.
Really stop fooling with certain people, they won't be able to make it in this industry the way that they have been making it. So just know your power.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
All. And we got to rally up sometimes and be like, look, we're not fooling with this
Listen,
person.
and the way people is struggling to pay for groceries, we are really watching where we're spending our coin. A lot of people ready to get rid of Netflix because y'all out there tripping. You got all these new tiers and everything. Y'all need to get that together for real. Because I have no problem with quitting Netflix. Yeah. Real quick.
Girl.
Which you watch
boot,
you.
You could bootleg. You could, they said pirate. You could pirate. Is that still a bad word?
Girl, you gonna get girl.
That's how you used to get
this video.
Y'all
might see this one.
How you used to get your DVDs back in the day. It's still a way. Where there's a will,
baby, we might have to go back to DVDs.
Shoot. You ain't lying.
Talking about getting money in the parking lot. Let's meet up and I can get my DVDs in the parking lot. Get your hair done. Get your movies for the evening.
Yep.
Date night was set.
Yep.
That was a time.
That was Netflix and chill.
Okay.
That was Netflix.
Blockbuster. Girl, let Blockbuster pop back open. Guess who's gonna be there? Me.
We might have to go back down to like DVDs and things.
If they start doing like, imagine if they do same day release DVDs. Like instead of going to the movies, you can go to a Blockbuster and get that.
You a same day release.
But you know what I mean? Some's gonna give because people are really watching where they put their coin in. Yeah, that's where the power comes in. The power's in the coin.
Yeah, yep. It's all about your comfort. Whatever makes you comfortable.
So moving on, y'all. Drake suing UMG for defamation for promoting Kendrick Lamar's "They Not Like Us."
Wait, before you start, I can't wait to go to the concert.
Ooh. Baby, we gonna do a whole day in the life of going to the Kendrick Lamar concert.
Do you know what stress I went through?
And I'm talking about from waking up.
Do you know what stress I went through?
The stress of clicking on the ticket.
I did.
She acted like this is 96 where she had to get her sleeping bag and sit outside the Spectrum.
I had to do pre-sale. I did the Cash App pre-sale. I had to have my baby go and open up her account and get it because my Cash App, I couldn't remember my code. And Cash App will shut you down if you don't remember your code. I can't stand it.
I'm in that position right now.
So it was stressful, but I'm going. Go ahead.
And it is so funny. I got my ticket like I think a couple days after her.
It was the day after.
And simply went logged on and purchased it and hit click and thank you. You are attending the SZA Kendrick Lamar concert.
I don't have good luck like that sometimes.
You just stressed.
Well, I got my ticket, so I'm not stressed.
Anyways, we'll be in the building.
And I rest.
So Drake is suing UMG for the Kendrick Lamar "Not Like Us," saying the song's false accusations that the Canadian rapper is a pedophile, a PDF, and has put him and his family in danger. So you do know, like the album "Clever," because it was a single with Drake.
With the little marks.
Kendrick's so petty. But you also talked about Whitney getting beat up by Kendrick, and you also said that Kendrick's child was by his best friend. So once you talk about my family, all's fair game. You got to watch who you talk about.
Well, he literally in the song said, "Don't talk about my family." He said, "Don't tell no lies about me, and I won't tell truths about you."
Dun, dun, dun.
That's what he said.
Shoo! Yeah. That's what he says. So UMG has a response. Let's see. I put the response in my notes because they did just recently respond back, which I wouldn't have wasted my time responding back to no Drake. Not only are these claims untrue, but the notion that we would seek to harm the reputation of any artist, let alone Drake, is illogical, the company wrote. We have invested massively in his music, and our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and personal financial success. That's my thing. Whatever is good for the goose is good for the gander, Drake. The same thing you're alleging that they did for Kendrick, what they've been doing for you for years. I remember it was a time. That's why I don't have Spotify, and shout out to Spotify because I believe we are on there. But guess what? I don't have them. I don't have a subscription to them because why? It was a time you log on there, all you seen was Drake. Like whenever he was promoting, it was a time he was like even in the gospel category, girl. Yes.
You lying.
No, I'm not. Whenever he...
Was the guys playing?
Might have been. It might have been. But shout out to Lovely T. I remember her mentioning it.
Oh, wow.
I was like... But I do remember the time. I don't remember that. I didn't see that specifically, but I do remember that time where he was just everywhere. I'm like, this is pretty much Drakeify. This is not Spotify anymore.
I didn't know that. I didn't
yes,
know he was in the gospel category.
Yeah, he was in all probably country. What song was a semi-country sounding? That's what it sounded like they were doing.
Well,
so, yeah, so it's like that's what the part about it that's really messing Drake
saying,
up.
don't use me on me.
Don't use me on me. Pretty
That's
much
what
to
he's
sum
saying.
it all
okay,
up.
I get it then.
And what he really does not want is for the song to be performed at the Super Bowl.
That's really the true tease. And so I believe, so what I heard on the street again, meaning the internet streets, basically I heard that the NFL asked Kendrick, not requested or, blah, 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 but asked if he would not do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's the word on the street. But the word on the street is he's standing on business.
Business and doing it.
They ain't sent him
Kendrick, if you see this episode prior to, put the microphone. Okay, and we'll see you in May. But also, night of the Super Bowl, simply put the microphone towards the car. Ooh, plot twist, Kendrick. You should have Wayne come out and him rap it.
Ooh, girl. Child. Girl.
I got chord and it probably ain't minor. The way I be on that couch just...
I already got my outfit ready because I'm just really waiting on get your
Girl,
oxygen.
I'm going to have a night. Let me hold your thing because, baby, I need that. Because, baby, I'm about to be out.
But you already know he ain't going to have to say it. All you're going to do is have to put his mic towards a crowd. And
baby, we got you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I love how Apple set an alarm for Inauguration Day found in my holiday calendar.
Who I got to send the email to?
Girl, you mean Martin Luther and the King Day?
I didn't get one. I didn't get one. You got the Caucasian. I ain't get that notification.
Okay, Amber. I guess I got to change my... Oh, my bad, Melina. I guess I got to change
that out.
I guess I got to change my settings to African American.
Yeah,
okay, girl.
You won't get those notifications.
I hope you got your unpopular opinion. By the way, at the end of the show, we're going to have Melina's unpopular opinion.
And I have them.
We just, baby, I asked you for the one. M, you got the one, baby. Moving on, so what's your conclusion on Drake? We don't care. Kendrick's performing.
I'm so sick of it.
And that's that.
And yeah. If you want to see anything,
you should be more like us.
No, he shouldn't. He's not.
He can't be.
He can't. It's not in his ancestry DNA.
You're right. My bad.
It happens. It just happens.
So moving on to our final topic, my girl Wendy. Let me tell you how Wendy is just an icon in my eye. My first experience with Goodbye, what you singing that for? Don't do that. You need to be singing Can You Feel a Brand New Day? Can you feel a brand new day? Can you feel it? That's what we gonna sing. That's more appropriate. Because my girl's gonna make, can you please? She's gonna make a comeback. My first experience with Wendy Williams, of course, from back in the day, seeing her on what she said it on
the radio, really.
No, when she said it on on her little interview, that's why I know my girl ain't gone. She was like episode 1 or season 1, episode 13 of Martin.
She did,
baby. When her and the dude.
That's when he had
one for Wendy Williams and such and such. Yep, and she went in there, had her ponytail.
His thing with wasn't it with Tommy Davidson?
Yeah. Yep. Feed the children. Yes. So, and then I would watch her, like when I first moved to Charlotte, I would have to watch, because she was on WBLS at the time, every day, Monday through Friday, mind you. I would listen to her. She was like, I forget what slot, she had the primetime slot at the time. And I would listen to it on my laptop. No, this one when she was in Philly. She was in New York.
Okay.
And then I went to college in South Carolina, so the radio station that I would listen to, Charlamagne was a DJ on that radio station. So I was used to, you are the donkey, the donkey, the donkey. That's how I originally started. And then when he got on with Wendy, I'm like, okay. So I really started listening to her then, because that combo, I was like, this is about to be a true mess.
And me, I just remember, I only listened to it when I came to visit you. I would only be
seeing them two link. I knew it was just going to be something. So seeing that, you know, they went through their little riff, which mainly I think it was because of Kelvin.
It was a long riff, though.
Yeah, they went through their riff. But seeing them come back, it's about the comeback for me, cause
that's the only thing, and I can't stand that bald-headed Ninja Turtle damn looking Negro. But that's one thing that I do hold him to, because he fools with us. He does fool with us. And then I don't like nothing else about him, but he really will fool with. If he fool with you, he gonna fool with you the long way.
And not only that, I will say whatever allegations have come up on Charlamagne with women,
he fools with black women. I'm sorry.
I can say that. The way we saw people backtrack when Kamala, how y'all was calling that lady bitches and whores and just the whatever y'all had nicknames y'all had for her. It was just really, I can understand you not liking somebody, because there's a lot of people that I don't like, you know what I'm saying, and I have nicknames for them.
I didn't like her either,
but I couldn't just, I don't think she's done anything that
to be warranted to be so disrespected. And then that's what made me kind of go up for her, because I'm like, this lady, I don't really care for a lot of things. Because I didn't know her much.
Right. And I remember when she ran the first time, I was like, I don't know why she was running.
But I was not calling that woman
no
bitch and no whore. Like, I didn't know why such vitriol was thrown her way.
So I do stand Charlamagne for how he does. He
go up for black women.
He goes up for black women. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason,
aggravating.
But yeah, I do love that. Shout out to him for that part.
Yeah, but that part. So I'll never really. See, that's what I think we need to get back to. And I know I'm going all over the place.
No,
but that's what we need to get back to. Let's just have our kitchen table conversations with us. And then, you know, just don't embarrass us in public.
Right.
Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We can like cuss each other out.
That's why we don't like when certain people go live and stuff. Yeah, it's like, don't go live and talk about this. This is literally things that you need to be having kitchen table talk. Like, this is not things you need to bring to the forefront or of, like, a lot of things I appreciate, like all these, if you need to be therapeutic about it and taking it to social media, that's fine if it's about you.
Yeah. Don't bring us in it.
Don't bring us in it.
Don't bring us in it.
Because guess what? At the end of the day, we could just click off. So I'll play a little bit of, since you a Lemonite.
Lemon head.
So Don Lemon has his own. You know, everybody has the Bay Hive. Yeah. You have the Nicki Minaj the Barbs.
Yeah.
Don Lemon has the what?
Lemon heads. And I'm a Don Lemon lemon head.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play Don Lemon. He sat down with Wendy. I know Charlamagne did it. I might play a little bit of the Breakfast Club interview, but I just thought this interview was a little bit more
in depth.
To speak to you tomorrow morning. Can you do it at 7:30 in the morning? And I said, sure. Okay, how do we do this? And he said, she's speaking to Charlamagne. She wants Charlamagne to go first. I said, that's no problem. I love Charlamagne. It's all great, all good. And so we arranged it for her to call me this morning. And when she didn't call at that time, her niece became really, really nervous about it and thought that maybe they had taken her phone away.
You know what I'm saying? Where people, bring you your pills, where people, the door is always, just knock on the door. I tell them, don't just come in here. You understand what I'm saying? And
let me slow her down, because Wendy talked fast. Y'all, I have the playback speed.
So all my clothing, I have a little bit of clothing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a drawer, there's a small closet, there's a big TV that through my money, the Guardian person got me the TV that I want. You know what I'm saying?
Wendy, let me ask you. What? People want to know, how did you end up in this situation? How did the Sabrina Morrissey gain control of your view, and how did she become your guardian?
Well, first of all, she's making money from me, you know what I'm saying? And she's supposed to be here to protect me. And this has been going on now for 3 years of my life. Alex, are you listening? I'm here. Okay, Alex, please talk, because Don Lemon doesn't understand what I've been going through for the last 3 years of my life. Alex, please talk.
I know, Alex.
Here's the thing. Yeah, and here's the thing, Don. And I know the question that you asked, and I know that the reason, Wendy, one reason she can't really go in and answer fully is because everything is still so tied up in legal.
Okay.
And so she has to be really careful about what she says. And I get that. We talked about that. She knows that. So there are just certain details because of the legalities of it that she just can't get into.
So my whole thing, I like that he asked her specifically about the guardianship, because I think there's this movie on Netflix called I Care a Lot or something.
I've been seeing a lot of that.
I've been seeing people talk about. I'm gonna watch that.
Me too.
Because I don't know a lot about how guardianships work, but from what I know, the naive version of what I know is that when the bank, when you put because she mentioned how her divorce lawyer did everything right, but her divorce lawyer was the one that kind of set up all of this with the conservatorship and the guardianship. But I'm wondering if there was somewhere in her paperwork that said, I know she had it, set up that if I lose my talk show, Kevin, or if I can't work, Kevin will not get any money. He will not be able to collect any money. I wonder if it was set up in a way to where now she's not getting any money, but it was more set up to where Kevin wasn't getting the money, and now it's just like you're in a messed up situation because of conservatorship, as opposed to your family doing it. Like they allowed Britney Spears' dad was over hers, right?
Yeah, but they put hers. That was more like a court order. Like they forced that. Like the family advocated for Britney to be on one because they were trying to say that remember she was bald headed and shaved her head and carrying on.
Yeah.
So that was a different kind of setup. Same
okay.
concept, different setup. But the thing, what concerns me or what worries me is what I don't understand. I just need to know how the banks and or another person, like a guardianship or guardian or whatever they call them, how do they benefit? How would they be able to benefit from her money? Because it doesn't make sense to, excuse me, it wouldn't make sense to just put her in a guardianship and be so restrictive how they are. Like, I don't understand. They have to be benefiting some type of way. Why they won't consider other options or
because I know initially,
have a mediator or something. I don't understand.
Right, because initially she had it mapped out to where Kevin Jr. was over all the finances.
But he wasn't mature enough.
He wasn't mature enough, and he was in college. Like, of course, he can't take on a load like that.
And then, so the tea is, I had heard, or I remember they were talking about, this was a while ago, that the sister, you remember her sister's like a lawyer. She's an advocate for guardianships. So she had asked to be over it or whatever. They were going to let her do it. But Wendy said no, because she was like in the stipulations, she was not going to allow her sister to drink. She was not going to allow. So Wendy was like, no, I'd rather get somebody public. Okay. So now you going through all this. Allegedly. You going through all this now, trying to get out of it. When your sister tried to do it in the first place, but she wasn't about to let you coming down there and be having
because how Wendy worded it, of course she gonna save her own hand. She worded it like as if Wanda didn't want to do it originally.
Yeah, nope.
It was probably she wanted to do it, but it was with a stipulation.
There you go.
You got to put the bottle down, and Wendy was not. That documentary, she was not.
So how does that make the guardian
that's why I don't
choice? We saw in the documentary she had them bottles of vodka in the bed. And
but now Wendy's in a facility to where she
because of that documentary.
Probably because she said she watched the documentary with her conservator, that lady.
And they was both taking notes.
Yeah. So it's like it's something that we're not seeing now. Nonetheless, I'm advocating for Wendy. I know people worse off than her that's living by themselves. Like Wendy is okay to go to Miami whenever she needs to. If she wants, I understand her wanting her own little spot in New York where she can get away from the family. But if she wants to be able to go to Miami whenever she wants, that needs to be a travel pass that's granted. Right. Have Wanda be the one that come and get her.
Yeah.
I bet you if you unmark that stipulation, she'll be good because you can tell how coherent she is that she's not drinking right now.
And that's another thing. I think that's why she did this, because the headlines of what she was what's the word? Incompetent.
No,
not
yeah.
incompetent. Indigenous.
She was listed. Yeah, Wendy Williams is
incapacitated.
Yeah.
So incapacitated, whatever the definition of that is, was not what she was. Incapacitated gives us the thing like, oh Lord, she's setting up with her feet all up in the air. She can't move.
She is not capable of making legal and financial decisions.
But what is the word?
It's incapacitated, like you said.
But what does that word mean?
That's what it is. Incapacitated meaning that she is not capable of making legal and financial decisions on her own.
I want to know like the Webster's.
Of incapacitated.
Yeah.
Either way, so they're pretty much saying that how she is in this state of mind right now, if I'm going off what I just read, that she isn't able to make any type of financial decisions on her own. But my whole thing is, okay, she may not be able to make, so what is there like a setup to where she's able to facilitate through you guys to get the things she wants? Because it seems like she's getting the bare minimum right now of the things that are already hers. You know what I'm saying? Without being, because we know Wendy's very much lavish, very much in Charlamagne. You see the part when she was like, I have my Hermes, but she was like, chill out, you got $15. I was like, Charlamagne, you just do not care.
Still petty.
Yes. But it's just like, is there like something written up to where she's not able to do the things that she wants to do? Like you don't get a stipend a month and you just can't go over this amount. It just feels like everybody's making the decision for her. And I guess it's because she's been deemed incapacitated by the courts.
That's the word. I hope that's the word because I don't want to be saying it wrong.
That's what it says here.
It
says attorney Roberta Kaplan, who represents Morrissey in lawsuit regarding the Where is Wendy documentary, told Los Angeles Times that a state court found her to be legally incapacitated, meaning that she is not capable of making legal and financial decisions on her own. So, and she has aphasia and frontal temporal dementia is what they're saying that she's been diagnosed with.
She didn't look incapacitated.
I guess she definitely did not sound incapacitated at the time. You know what I mean? Because...
So the dictionary meaning is deprived of strength or power, debilitated or debilitated. So basically, it sounds like a vegetable. Deprived
in a vegetable state.
Yeah.
When they first said it, that's literally what I took it as, is she's in a vegetable state. And that's why when I heard from her, I'm like, this is not what we were expecting. We were literally expecting her to be in a bed.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You know what I mean?
That documentary, you was like, oh, if she was doing anything
she's worse than what she was in that documentary. I literally, God bless the dead. You remember what happened with Bobby Christina? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like she on her way out.
Yeah, so when I think that's what we all were thinking.
Yeah,
and then to hear her voice, mind you, unpopular opinion from me, we're going to get to hers. I don't think Wendy's ready for a once a month show. She's ready. She's not ready to be back on TV every day.
She don't want to be back on TV every day.
She's not ready to be back.
She's
She's not ready to be back on radio every day. She needs to do a podcast, do something of her own once a month, every now and again, a special. But I don't think she's ready. I think that would bring her right back to the.
So let me ask you, going back to this documentary, because this just popped up in my head. So if the lady was always in charge of her, the guarantor lady or the guardianship lady, why the hell? So she was drunk then. So it's like you did this documentary. I don't know if it or agreed to it. I don't know the setup or the paperwork. But you was in charge then when she was fucked up. So it was like, oh, y'all didn't put me on blast because I didn't let her sit in the bed with 3 bottles of vodka. So let me put her in a home now.
Now this is a word on the curb. What I heard during that time with her side of the story, because they in court now behind that.
Right.
She was saying that documentary brought to light the people that was coming in and out. Like she didn't realize that guy. You remember the guy that was in the documentary with her that was shady as hell.
Yeah. So how she didn't realize? You in charge of her.
So, and then you heard with the girl on the Breakfast Club, the girl who said she went to go see Wendy, and how they said first they had her on the list and she on the phone with Wendy the whole while, and then only come to find out the security said she's not even in the building.
Right. That's weird.
So it's like some other things going on. Wendy knows, the family knows, and that conservator knows. We may never know. We can only know so much. Charlamagne might know.
I think he knows something.
Yeah.
For her to be on, first thing Monday morning or whatever day that was.
Right. Bright and early. All right, well, that wraps up that portion of our show. So we're going to throw it to Melina so she can give us her unpopular opinion.
What's
Go off,
I don't
sis.
know my unpopular opinion. I really didn't come up with nothing.
Now she had a bunch. She went from having a bunch to nothing.
Really.
So what's going on in the world today?
Really, what I just got to say what I'm mad at. What I'm mad at.
To be mad.
I do. And I do.
So what I'm mad at. Tell us why you mad, son. It might be the tell us why you mad, son segment.
Let me tell you why I'm mad. I'm really mad at, I don't want to bring in a personal experience, but I'm really mad at that. Really, you shouldn't have the right as a company in this day and age to not have Martin Luther King Day as just an automatic day off. All businesses do not observe Martin Luther King, and it should just be mandatory. It just should be mandatory.
It was a time, I feel like, when it was.
Most jobs that I've worked at have been, because I've really worked with people like more so on like the hood side of things, and so it was, I always got the day off. But when you work for like a private,
she said HUD, y'all, HUD, not hood.
Yeah,
HOOD.
Yeah. So like if I work in like that division of real estate or whatever the case may be, but when you work for a private company, they don't have to observe it, and I don't like that. It needs to be observed as of like Christmas,
like a mandated,
like a Thanksgiving. Because it changed the trajectory.
It's actually shocking to me when I see companies that don't honor that day.
Martin Luther King. But I took it off. Don't get me wrong. Let's get that clear.
So from personal experience,
I've
your
never
company,
worked that day.
Yeah, but they're open.
There you go.
They plan to be open.
Oh,
wow.
They're open.
Wow.
And I got the right mind to believe they'll be at the big screen and the little
we doing a day in the life of
Melina, don't do it. Don't do it. Y'all will be mad. Y'all will be mad. The stuff I see with my eyeballs.
The stuff I hear about via text and see. That's another story for another day. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up.
I said all that to say.
Right.
MLK
needs
should be observed all the way.
Period.
So when I run for office, I don't know what role I'll be running in, but I'll be running for something. We'll have it off.
Both of my sisters.
We'll have it off.
All right, well, I'm here
that
for
should
that.
be popular opinion. That shouldn't be
Listen, this is a soft launch of her segment,
it can go back and forth.
We don't know what the damn topic might be, what the heading might be, but yeah. Okay, all right. That does wrap up the show, though. Thank you so much. This is our first episode.
We did it, girl.
We did it, girl. We did it, girl. We did it, girl. We did it. We did it, girl. We did it. All right, I'm Ashley. It's Melina, and we're out. Peace.
Bye, guys.